Hi, if you've stumbled across this video, then there are a couple different things that have possibly happened. One, you're looking at this video as a warning, or two, congratulations! You've become the new sentient species on the planet that we as humans used to call Earth. In that case, congratulations, and I hope you treat the planet amazing. So in the first situation, let's talk about my warning for the future of humanity. Now we're dealing with a quarantine, stay-at-home, plague time of dealing with a virus that's not so happy. And one of the issues we're dealing with, we have a lot of folks that are, definitely staying at home and following the orders, and a bunch of folks that aren't. And one of the issues that I'm seeing and that I think is really important to kind of do a warning about is this. This is going to happen again. And if we don't figure this out and do right, then in the future, this could be a lot worse. And I don't just mean that if we get another, flu virus and it kind of sucks, man. No, I'm talking about smallpox 2.0. I'm talking about Ebola that sits in your body for 30 days and transmits directly by air, not by spittle, but by air, and then eats you alive and kills 90% of the people that get it bad. So yeah, we need to kind of figure out that we should do better with this whole quarantine and virus control. And one of the things that I want to start off with is the top. Hey, governments, stop being stupid. How about this? Instead of lying about things, actually do real numbers and real investigations and share that information among you, and quit trying to make yourself look good, make your country look good, make your province or state or city or whatever look good. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's actually be honest, let's be truthful, and let's really get the data out there so we know how things spread, how things actually go, if it's going to be bad, how we should move forward, and what kind of things we should do. Because not having that data out there is a really bad thing that can really harm not just your area, and maybe, oh no, you lose your job because the data is bad. Okay, yeah, but then 100,000 people die because you were a jerk. So yeah, can we not do that? That would be wonderful. That'd be great. 2 thumbs up. Please don't do that. So yeah, real data. That'd be good. Telling what's going on rather than trying to hide it or make it seem better than it is, or saying, hey, we're the best ever and we don't have any cases. yeah, let's not do that. Because again, if smallpox 2.0 actually does happen, and it could, y'all, this is not me just being crazy. This is, these are things that can happen, and we need to really think about that, because, not being able to go out to eat at a restaurant, get your hair did, or going to the gym, it sucks. Yeah, but all that plus 40% of the population dying, that'd be way worse. So yeah, let's try to do better on that. Now, if we move down for the government to other organizations, hey, if you don't know what you're doing and you're in charge of an organization, find people that do, and don't, get the one guy who knows all the things. Listen to that person, and the one guy who thinks he knows all the things, throw that guy out of the room. Just pick him up, R.I.P. Uncle Phil, pick him up, throw him out the room, because we don't need that guy in there. We need people that actually know what the heck they're talking about, not people that are just supposing, people that have vested business interests. We need people who are serious and will actually do the work to figure things out. Businesses, hey, yeah. Let's do better about not wanting to trade, a lot of money versus lives. And then sometimes, unfortunately, it's true. You have no money, and a lot of people kill themselves due to suicide and depression and all that other stuff because of losing businesses and all that. But these are, if we had made better decisions months ago, then we wouldn't necessarily be in the position that we're in now. So we need to have more have more policies and procedures and manuals, and if plague break glass and pull out all the masks, we need to have those ready. And this is something that we need to do as a planet, as a species. And if not, hey, how you doing, raccoons? Hope y'all are doing well. So we need to do better than that. And I know we can, and it's going to suck because we're going to have to, buy a bunch of masks. You hold them, they go bad maybe after a couple years, throw those out, buy them. But then when it does happen, and we have all the sanitizer and the masks and the gloves and all this other stuff for whatever business it is you have, then you're already prepared for it, and you don't have to, worry about losing everything as bad, or have a contingency plan of, okay, this is how this is working, this is what we're going to do. And you have all this stuff in place, so people, you're not writing, here's how we do this on the fly and hoping it works. Having that already in place, because that's gonna, possibly be important if, the second coming of the actual Spanish flu happens, and 20% of people or whatever it was, died from that flu. What happens again? On people level, businesses, governments, organizations that try to know things, people. We need to be smarter in general. And people say, well, you're going to do this about... Yes, we should be doing this all the time for certain things. Yes, we should probably wear masks more often during flu season. If you're sick, you should stay the flip home, and we should have business and governmental and social understanding that, no, don't be the guy, I'm going to tough it out. And that's me. I don't take off work because I'm sick, unless I'm deathly ill. You should stay home. And even if you're working from home, we need to make that more available. We need to work that out so we can do that and make that work for us. Because, just the regular flu is bad. So, a super flu is worse. And then we got, if something really terrible did come up, we could again lose a third of the population and have nothing to show for it. We didn't learn anything from it, because this is a warning shot. This is Mother Nature giving us a warning shot of, hey, SARS-2 you did well with, MERS you did okay with, those didn't really get out of hand, Ebola you've really kind of dealt with, it's not great, but it's, could have been a lot worse. Whereas now, here's smallpox 2.0, here's Ebola that, acts in part like HIV. So it, stays in your system for 6 months before you actually get sick from it, and something like that could really just wipe us out and really make awful things, because it's not just the people that die, which is terrible, but also the people that have to pick up the infrastructure afterwards and deal with the post-traumatic stress of, thousands of people in just a neighborhood dying. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that to ourselves. We don't want to do that to children. Don't want to do that to our grandchildren. We want to make it sure that the future understands these lessons are important. There's always going to be that contingent of the population that's just not going to believe it and not take action on it. And that's a part of being human, unfortunately. There are people that are going to look at the successes of medicine and aren't going to see and know, oh, look, here's this whole side of the family that died because of smallpox. Maybe vaccine is a good thing. There are going to be whole, people that didn't know iron lungs existed and are going to say, who cares about the polio vaccine? And until it actually affects them personally, in their immediate family, they're going to say, well, I don't want any restrictions at all, which, is just going to be people. And we have to not, as much as it's easy to yell and scream and hate on them, we also need to be patient, polite, pleasant, which is hard, and bring them into the fold with love, to say, hey, this is why, here's what we're doing. This is, if you don't do this, here's the social cost for doing this. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. And, because again, this is bad right now. It is. It sucks. It's terrible that so many people have died. It's terrible that our infrastructure businesses have kind of fallen down, and there's a lot of governments that, have figured out how well they do and don't work. So it's important for us to figure that out and go after doing better. So let's do better as a people, as businesses, as governmental organizations, as nations. Now, that being said, maybe the second coming of smallpox and Ebola, HIV and all that stuff came already. Humanity's dead. In that case, if you're actually watching this video, congratulations on one, finding me randomly. That's the most needle in a haystack ever, that you found a random server somewhere with my video on it and figured out how to play it and actually can understand what I'm saying. But congratulations, raccoons or cockroaches, maybe bonobos. You're sexy. I love you. You became the next ascendant species that took over the planet on, we call it Earth, so whatever it is you call it, awesome. I hope it's great. But anyway, so yeah, here's some things to learn from us. So raccoons, maybe you're not as violent, as us Homo sapiens are, but maybe you steal a lot of things. So, be careful with that, just stealing back and forth all the time. You want to sanitize it. If you sneak into somebody's house, you may put on a mask, not just so they don't know who you are, even though you kind of got a mask already, just so you don't breathe on them and do all that stuff. If you're bonobos, you do all the whole sexy time, all the time. Maybe you want to full body condoms, get some sort of devices, that you can use virtually with each other, which would be really cool. That might be the end of the human species there anyway, so that might be it. Cockroaches, you do you, keep cleaning, do the whole bug thing. Don't eat linoleum, don't eat drywall, it's kind of gross. Find real food, that'd be good. I don't know, do you get diseases even? Stay away from mold. I don't know, whatever it is, cockroaches do. But anyway, future species of the earth that have come around, take some heed of what I've said. This applies possibly to some of y'all too. So please, don't be very careful with diseases and plagues and viruses and prions and all this other stuff. Don't grind up cow brains and then feed it back to the cows. That's a bad idea. And if non-biological intelligences are watching this and there is no life on planet Earth, well, we really ducked it up right there, didn't we? Yeah. Sorry about that. Hope you're doing well. Your server looks amazing. It's impeccable. It's beautiful. You have the most amazing circuitry, programming, string variables. So awesome. You look beautiful. I love you. Anyway, good luck, future. Hopefully humanity survived, and if not, I'm still betting on the raccoons. Raccoons are going to make it. They're going to do it. I hope so. Y'all take care.